Everyone, let's have a quick chat about Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I reread this book and I've read it multiple times, and I have a funny history with it. Not haha funny, to be honest. I first encountered this book when I started university. In my first semester of studying English literature, we studied Jane Austen, of course, and I had to look for a plot, and I didn't like it. I struggled to read this book, but I always enjoyed analyzing it. I really had troubles reading it. I spent my first 3, 4 semesters studying Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice, and also having exams on it on and on again. And I never liked it. I don't remember how often I read it in that time, but it was constantly there, and I always was annoyed with it. Mostly because it's not a type of book that I read. I don't read boy meets girl kind of stories. Especially in my early 20s, I was not up for that. The last time I read this kind of boy meets girl falls in love story type was when I was a teenager. And in my mid-20s, I just wasn't having it. So after university, I put the book aside. I didn't really care about it. In the meantime, there were a lot of film adaptations, re-adaptations, like Bridget Jones and stuff like that. And I kind of watched it. I kind of enjoyed it. Meh. And then I read it again years later, and I enjoyed it. I had fun reading the book. I'm not convinced that you should stop reading books that you don't enjoy. There are sometimes books that are worth trying to get into or getting back to, because there was always something that I liked about the book. I always liked analyzing it. I always appreciated the way she structured the book, the way she wrote the book, but I never really liked the characters. So when I read it and liked it for the first time, I don't know what happened, but I enjoyed reading it. I enjoyed spending time with the characters. I enjoyed all the sarcasm, all the jokes, all the things. And I don't remember what I noticed mostly, but I mostly remember enjoying it. After that, I kind of fell in love with the movie adaptation from 2005. I don't know how that happened, but this is my favorite Pride and Prejudice adaptation, and I've watched it probably once or twice or 100 times too many. But by the end of December, after 2020, I was like, oh, I need a nice book, something I know that will deliver. So I picked up Pride and Prejudice again. And what I find interesting, that I remembered why I didn't like the book in my university years so much. I forgot that when I read it the first time again and enjoyed it. But this time I clearly remembered that I don't like Elizabeth. For most of the book, she really annoys me. I find her worse than Mr. Darcy. I find Elizabeth so judgmental and superficial in the beginning. And it's not until the middle where things change and she changes and Mr. Darcy changes where I actually enjoy the characters. I never noticed that before. So rereading this book opened up a new way of looking at my relationship with the book, but also at the book itself. I also don't remember being so annoyed or aware of the importance of looks. I know it's there. We probably discussed it in university, but how important it is that the people are beautiful. I mean, it's constantly mentioned for the Bennet sisters, but also in context with Mr. Wickham, the only reason everybody believes him all the time is because he looks so good. He's so beautiful and handsome and well-behaved. Of course he's not lying. And all of this, I never realized before how much it is highlighted in Pride and Prejudice. Or I forgot it, let's be honest. It's been 20 years since I studied it at university. So what is all this rambling about? Not about Pride and Prejudice, let's be real, because the story of Pride and Prejudice is nothing that I want to talk about. What I would like to tell you is that it can be worse rereading a classic that you didn't like, going back to a book where you didn't have a successful experience with. When there was something that you liked about the book or something that made you invested in the book, even though I didn't like the reading experience, I was always invested in this book, in the writing, in the analysis. And that's worth going back for. And I'm also doing this for everyone who tried Pride and Prejudice, because Pride and Prejudice is a well-loved story and book and came away disliking it. Read it for the fun of it. Read it and see what you like about it, what you don't like about it, and maybe even appreciate that you don't like about it. I never really appreciated how little I like Elizabeth in the beginning, but how much I like her at the ending. How the character changes and evolves, and all those little things. Highly recommend. Now it's your turn. Tell me your history with Pride and Prejudice in the comments. Have you read it? Have you liked it? Have you hated it? Did you study it at university like I did? Tell me in comments. I want to know everything Pride and Prejudice. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.